Hey artists, today I want to talk about Mana Contemporary. That's where I am. I'm in Jersey City, New Jersey. Mana Contemporary is a new model for how artists can build community, exhibit, and sell work. Mana Contemporary is essentially a storage unit. This huge 1 million square foot space that I'm in was designed for storage for artists. And then they went a step further. They thought, besides just giving artists storage and then museum storage, what they ended up doing was creating exhibits here. So what I'm about to walk you through is different exhibits by artists that are here. In some cases, there's exhibits by galleries, and here is one in this room. There's also a band playing. But you know, when you walk into these different rooms, you're not only looking at exhibits, you're in a space that's storage. So to be clear, this isn't a museum, this isn't a gallery, this is a new model. It's a storage space where they've also created spaces for artists to exhibit. And the sales that come from these are handled by the individual spaces, but it's a for-profit model, right? You get a studio here, you rent a studio, or you're in one of these exhibits, and then you become part of the community here at Mana. You have all the resources they have here. But since museums are also using this for storage here, you have some work that's on permanent exhibit. I'm walking into a small white box now that has a John Chamberlain sculpture in it. It's a sculpture that's right behind me now. This is a way for museums to exhibit work that they can't normally exhibit because it's in storage. And so it provides artists with not only space to store their own work, of course you have to pay for it, but you come into a space like this, people come in to look around at other things happening here, and what they end up doing is seeing the artist studios as well. And this is a model that has been done in different cities in different ways. So wherever you are in the world, this is one possibility, that you join a local open studio type space, right? It's a way to build community, it's a way to have a studio, it's a way to network with other artists. So again, what I'm walking through now is Mana Contemporary, a 1 million square foot space in Jersey City that is storage. It's a storage unit, but it's 1 million square feet, right? And museum store work here too. So in the room that I'm walking through, as you can see, there's an enormous amount of Andy Warhol work here. This is an exhibit from a museum that instead of having it in just permanent storage where nobody sees it, you can see it all the time, right? It's here now. But again, what I'm highlighting in this video, and the reason I'm showing you Mana Contemporary, is because it's a cool space, and they've done this model in other places around the United States, and in other parts of the world. The way this manifests is it is a place where you can build community. So let me be clear about what I'm saying. There's different ways of building an artist community, right? There's different ways of getting resources for yourself, no matter where you are. And one of those is in these type of spaces that are old factories, and this was an old factory, and what happens is they get renovated, they get rented to artists, and then they create open studios here. And when there's open studios, people come through, they see your work, they can buy work, because there's different nights every week. This is a time in Mana right now, Mana Contemporary it's called, where they have open studios. That means everybody here is opening their studio so that you can come through and talk to the artists and look at their work. That's why I'm here today, to check out the work. The lesson, however, here is that wherever you are in the world, there's usually a space very similar to this. Mana has its own specialness because it's 1 million square feet, but there are factory buildings everywhere that are being retrofitted and renovated just for this purpose. So I'd like to hear in your comments below if you have spaces near you that are like this, because everybody needs to know more about these kind of spaces. And the value here, again, is that your studio is outside of your home or wherever it is, and it's in a space where you have more resources. You see other artists in a space, You see other people coming through the space that buy art, and it's a way of building your community. It's a way of becoming part of something that's larger than it previously was if you're just in your studio alone. So if you have a chance to come to some of these open studios, if you're not in one like this already, if you're near Mana Contemporary, come here and check this one out. But likely wherever you are in the world, there's a place like this. There is studios that are available to artists that can be rented. Again, I want to go through the 3 reasons why this is really important. 3 reasons why you should become part of a collective studio in your neighborhood, wherever you are. Reason number 1, you'll build community. If you come into a space where there is other artists and they're also having studios there, you will be exposed to what they're exposed to and you'll meet them, right? There's coffee places here. It's a really nice place to kind of just meet other artists. So that's the first reason, is community. The second reason is sales. Open studios, people come through there. Usually there's at least 1 or 2 evenings a week when people come to open studios, and this is the public coming in. That's who's here now. And it's a big crowd, right? The public comes in here, they check out this space, and it's possible that you could make sales because they're also looking at artwork in studios. All the studios are open. So that's number 2. Is number 1 reason to join a space like this is because you build community, you get to know artists. Number 2, the reason to join a space like this is because you can sell work. You meet collectors. It's a way to meet collectors. So I can't emphasize strongly enough why this is essential, because you're getting fresh energy into your studio, right? You're getting fresh people into your space, and that's really valuable. How else can you do it? Now, the 3rd reason for doing something like this is what you'll learn when you are in a community and new opportunities arise, right? So the first idea of being in the community is the friends, the network, the community of support. Second reason is sales. The 3rd reason, direct sales. The 3rd reason for this is you learn something about opportunities that you may not have get otherwise. The networking aspect of it. The fact that you could meet other artists that are talking about other residencies that are available, other types of opportunities, exhibition opportunities. There's always exhibition opportunities here, even in Mana. Again, Mana is an exception. It's a rare space. I mean, it's not that rare. There's, I think, 3 others of these now. I think they have 1 in Chicago and 1 in Miami. But what comes very close to a space like this is unusual, again, because it's 1 million square feet, and it primarily makes its money off storage. But what is really special about places like this, or what the equivalent is simply artist studios in your area. Go to a building, go to wherever you can find that has artist studios for rent, get an inexpensive one, whatever you can afford, and that will really make all the difference in the world. You'll get involved with a space like this, and it'll teach you how to network, how to meet collectors, how to do more with what you have. I can't, again, emphasize this space enough and how important this is. I kind of like that as I'm walking through here, I'm in the Andy Warhol exhibit, which looks like a permanent display. It may not be. And, these are all, among other things, symbols of communism behind me and more. Marx, Lenin, Mao. Art can be socialist, even kind of communist community. It's about everybody being on the same level. I know we're in a capitalist culture that, encourages competition, high prices, but ultimately art and having open studios and sharing is a very socialist idea. This idea that we all have a space together, that we all work together and have open studios at once so that we can then all benefit from the collectors that come through, from the sales that could come through. It's just one analogy. I'm not really making a commentary or too strong a statement about communism or socialism. I'm just saying an art community can be one that's not competitive all the time. It can be one that is about helping each other, because ultimately that's what we should be doing as artists, helping each other, right? We should be talking to one another, telling each other and ourselves where the resources are that are really important, that should be shared with others. And today, what I want to emphasize, besides the three things that I said were really important about joining an open studio type space, is that the art world can and should be about sharing our resources. That's what I do through this channel, right? I'm sharing resources, I'm sharing things that I know something about, I'm sharing what I can offer in terms of where I come from and what I've learned in the art world. And the art world is not always like this, right? Part of the reason I became a coach, part of the reason I started Praxis Center was because when I started going around and asking artists, hey, how did you get into that show? How did you get into that museum? How did you get into that gallery? The answers that I often got were things like, well, I was just picked. It was anything but clear. It was anything but, here's how to do it. And my feeling then was, why aren't people sharing the information? Why aren't artists telling me how they got what they got? What's the problem of sharing that kind of information? And I soon realized that there's competitiveness among artists, right? And there can be a pettiness to that competitiveness. There's really enough for all of us. It's not as though all art competes with one another. In fact, all art is very different. It's kind of like apples and oranges, right? We're not competing one against another, so why aren't we sharing more? And that's when I began coaching artists. It was shortly after I got into the Whitney Biennial with my wife, and people asked, how did you do this? What happened? And I told them what I did, because it doesn't make any difference to me if other people know the tools of how to write letters, of how to reach gallerists, of how to reach museums, how to make proposals to places like the Biennial or Mana Contemporary, where I am now, or other exhibition spaces. All of those things are something that we can all share. And when we do share it, it feels great, right? It feels great because there's enough for all of us. Now, I know galleries, you can say, have a limited amount of artists they can take and a limited amount of art that can be sold, and that's true. But what it takes to get into those galleries, what it takes to do things that are outside of those galleries, is still something that we can share. And so, in concluding this video, what I want to talk about, what's important to share, is your art, right? That's the whole point of why we are here and I'm making this video. How do you share your art and how do you sell it? And Mana Contemporary and other studio complexes like this allow you to do it on your own terms, allow you to bypass the system of galleries, to bypass the system of nonprofits even, and museums, and sell directly to the public. Because typically what we're taught, what we're used to, is waiting for a break, right? What is the big break that you're waiting for? Getting into a gallery, getting into a museum, somehow making sales. But there's also the possibility of igniting your own flame and doing it yourself. And this is one model of that here at Mana Contemporary, as well as even doing pop-ups in your own home and more that I've talked about in other videos here. But this model, which I just again want to emphasize today, is about a studio building where studios are rented out to different artists, is one of the most sharing models that there are. It's one of the models that is, the kind of most generous in a way, because it's where artists get together and it's where there are open studios that everybody collaborates on, so there's a good crowd, and it's where sales can be made. So again, I want to leave you with the fact that joining a place like this can not only increase sales, it can build friendships, it can create a network, it can create a community, it can advance your career in whatever way you want to advance it. Whether you want to advance it through more sales, meeting more collectors, or whether you want to advance it by meeting more artists and building your community that way. Because some artists want their work seen, they want it talked about, not necessarily sold all the time. Other artists want their work to be sold on a regular basis. There's different ways of being an artist. Joining a studio complex like Mana is one of those ways. Thanks for watching this. If you have any comments, please post them below. I'm really curious if you visited open studios like this and enjoyed them, or if you're in an open studio complex like this.